This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Best Buy, where you can trade in select Xbox 360 games for the Xbox One Edition starting at $9.99. Everyone, welcome back to the second episode. Yes! Actually, it's Day of the Dead, so C. Moving on to the first story today, South Park, The Stick of Truth has been delayed. Fuck! Or we can say it in a new, nice way that it has a new release date.
Shit!
PR 101. There you go, kids.
It's now releasing on March 4th, 2014.
Oh, that's sad. That's not too far.
That's like 5 months away. It was supposed to be in December.
As if we don't have any games to play between now and then. If only. Oh, wait.
That's an excellent point. Yeah, we have lots and lots of games. So here's a quote. When Ubisoft picked up the game, we thought, easy. Ubisoft Communications Manager Gary Simon wrote on the UB blog. The game's almost done. Anyways, so what more could we do?
Well, since then, they realized it would take quite a bit more work to deliver the experience everybody wanted.
Yeah, that's true. So now, again, it's another Ubisoft delay, and I'm totally fine with waiting for a good game. That's okay.
Right. And if you have a chance, check out this thing on Netflix. I think it's there, or this video, the 6 Days to Air.
Oh, yeah. That's a great documentary.
So this will give you a good idea of what it's like at South Park Studios, who are basically working on the creative side with Obsidian to make the game happen. Trey Parker, Matt Stone, kind of perfectionists, but because the show typically comes out within a small amount of time, with game development, you kind of get an idea that they're cutting stuff out and putting things in, so there's a good reason that's why that's happening.
And they make excellent content, so again, I have no problem waiting. Just give them a few more months, that's totally fine.
As fans of South Park here, we can't wait for the game to come out, and it looks fantastic, and there's a lot of new gameplay stuff coming out today that you can actually look at. So, delay, well worth it.
That's no problem. On to your trailers, there's only one. It's The Thief, Stories from the City, Part 1, Basso's Gamble.
Yeah. You'll be searching for this video again.
There's no gameplay. It's just a guy talking about things.
Set your bookmarks to Basso.
I'm looking forward to this game, but Basso bores me.
My favorite part is the ending, the crescendo. Da-da-da, 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 and it's just panning out. Slowly.
Can you say Basso's Gamble again?
Okay, I can do that. Basso's Gamble.
I want that to be my text message notifications now.
Lawrence, can you say Basso's Gamble?
Basso's Gamble.
It's not as good. And the gameplay you just saw of South Park: The Stick of Truth, that was just released yesterday, and this is the actual gameplay again.
How long is it? Like 14 minutes of stuff?
I think like 7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
But if you watch it twice,
it's turn-based, so it felt twice as long.
Ouch.
No, that's fine. It's good.
Yeah, it's still really cool.
Like a good episode of South Park. Tacos, tacos, burritos, burritos. Bean. Or just, oh, bean. Oh.
Lawrence, are you gluten intolerant?
No, I'm a normal human being.
I thought for sure he was gluten intolerant.
No.
Lawrence, what are you intolerant of?
I'm intolerant of intolerance.
I thought for sure you were gonna say that or something.
What assets do you bring to this company?
My ability to solve problems without needing much help.
Didn't you lose a hard drive on the bus? This episode of Inside Gaming is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Go to every2minutes.com now to bid to win an Xbox One. Everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming for Monday. Hi!
Oh, we're back! Let's do it!
Hey, got some good news today. The Steam Machine, or at least the prototype, has been revealed.
Oh, that's so cool.
Check it out. There's a fantastic article from The Verge who has revealed Valve's Steam Machine, and it's looking pretty damn sexy so far.
Yeah, it really is. So Valve will be shipping 300 of these boxes to their beta testers this year. And it's over about 12 inches long and about 3 inches tall.
Right, but what does the box look like?
Oh, I get it.
We didn't even write that. That was just a dumb improv joke.
It's actually about the size of the Xbox One. Xbox One's a little larger than this.
No, interesting.
Yeah.
They did somehow manage to fit a GTX Titan video card in there. That is a $1,000 video card.
Crazy.
So already we know that this version ain't cheap.
Yeah, not at all.
That's pricey. Cooling, though, will always be a concern with a box this size. It's actually a very small form factor.
Yeah.
PS4, Xbox One, etc. But Valve has designed the case so that each part cools individually.
All right, so the CPU blows out the top, power supply blows out the side, and the graphics card blows out the back.
The whole thing just blows.
So just blowing hot air everywhere.
This 12-inch long monstrosity blows.
There's actually a little plastic divider inside the box that separates all the components, and Valve is saying that's why cooling will not be a problem. It's because of this little divider.
And like most things, we'll see it when it happens.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Once the thing's melted on your dashboard. Just, that didn't work.
Hopefully not.
It also looks like it might be pretty easy to upgrade parts inside of it. Here's hoping to that. Meaning cheap, upgradable PC for all the masses.
Well, I mean, it depends on how much it'll sell it for, but hopefully you can just kind of pop it open.
$4,000.
That's way too much. So there's also a small bit about the evolution of the controller, showing off a handful of the sins against humanity.
As you can see, most of these controllers are just begging for death. Many of them just want to be put down.
And they all have trackballs.
Some of them do, which
that's weird.
Arguably, from Lawrence, I think he says trackballs are very good for first-person
Lawrence
shooters.
doesn't even play with a trackball. How can he argue for it?
I think he did at one time.
Oh,
The Verge also claims that they played games with the Steam controller, using it for Portal 2, trying to end Metro Last Light.
Yep.
And here's actually a quote for them saying, "I must admit the controls weren't immediately intuitive. Pressing buttons on the back of the controller to jump, for instance, felt pretty unnatural after spending decades using my thumbs."
So, as usual, you'll never really know until you actually get your hands on it. We don't know. We haven't even touched it. So.
And looking at the controller, you might want to wait for round 2.
Yes.
I think this is going to definitely be a beta prototype sort of thing. They're going to figure out what works, what doesn't work. Because looking at it right now, that's still beta.
Well, those touchpads on there, people are saying that they work, but just not as well as joysticks. So it's kind of one of those things that, like, I appreciate Valve trying to innovate, but again, we'll see.
That's how you play Civ with your hands now.
You touchpad screen thing.
Remember the trailers? We got the Dragon Ball Z Battle for Z Fierce Battle of Gods trailer.
Battle!
Everything happens here.
The animation!
Oh, there's English, there's Japanese, there's like 16 people fighting in an arena. Why not?
Phil, what happens in this trailer? Can you just explain the story?
I don't know about the story. 4-on-4 matchups or something like that.
From the looks of it, it includes all the story of Dragon Ball Z, beginning with the Saiyan saga, where Vegeta and Nappa come down to Earth to reclaim Goku, and then moving from there into the Frieza saga, which takes place on Namek, actually, and after that it probably covers the Cell saga, the Cell games, Perfect Cell, the androids. Onto that, it'll move in.
All right, on your second trailer, the Assassin's Creed 4 multiplayer features trailer.
Yeah.
This is just what I wanted, another Assassin's Creed 4 trailer.
Yeah, even after the game comes out. More trailers. They won't stop.
It's just lots of murdering.
I want to see the box factory at Ubisoft that's just full of trailers and like, what do we do with these things?
I don't know, just keep sending them out.
Shovel them out. Let's talk about the UI. Trailer. Let's talk about the joystick mapping. Trailer.
Boo, Bobbity, Bibbity, and Boo. Those are actual characters from the show.
Majin Buu.
And Majin Buu, and then it also appears to include the movies, the most recent movies, with Anubis and Broly and pretty much everything from the Z universe. Don't say anything from GT though.
Has he talked for 60 seconds? Will that cover the whole trailer?
I have no idea.
Yeah, whatever he said.
Can we get someone in here who actually knows something about Dragon Ball Z? This episode of Inside Gaming is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Go to every2minutes.com now to bid to win an Xbox One. Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming for Thursday.
Hey, we're back, let's do it!
New stuff. Your reason start for today, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One will be getting price drops sooner than later.
Oh, I think so, probably. So in an investor call, Activision CEO Bobby Kotick predicts that next-gen consoles will drop in price faster than previous generations of the older consoles.
He says, I quote, "They've made more investments in the back office than ever before. I think you've got lots of efficiency in manufacturing costs that could potentially drive hardware prices down sooner in the cycle." Look at his face. That's what it looks like he talks like.
Why does he sound like a 1940s?
Clean cup, move down. The bad hat up in Wonderland.
He looks like a crazy person.
All right, this is not at all surprising. Next-gen consoles are more similar to standard PCs this time around, meaning the process to make the parts has already been standardized.
Right, so let's compare this with previous generations of consoles. First up, the Xbox 360 launched first in November of 2005 for $300 and $400.
Correct, and that first price cut for the Xbox 360 came in August 2007. That's 22 months later, almost 2 years later, when it dropped to $280 and $350 respectively.
Then the PlayStation 3, which came out later, launched in November of 2006 for $500 and $599 US.
Holy shit.
Its first price cut hit in July 2007, just 9 months later.
Right, and that's probably because PS3 launched at such a high price that they had to lower the price in order to compete with the Xbox 360.
Giant enemy crab.
So, are you surprised about these price drops coming very soon?
You shouldn't be.
No, not at all.
No, really. The real question here is, though, will you wait to buy these systems, or are you just going to get them right at launch?
Yeah. So maybe until summer 2014, that's next summer when the first price drop is bound to happen. We actually reported on the Connect List bundle of the Xbox One that should be coming out next summer. we'll see if something happens before then, maybe even sooner. I don't know.
We actually think Sony is not going to drop the price for the PS4 for at least a year, because think about it, it's launching at $400. The thing itself is pretty powerful for what it does, and why not? It's going to ride that wave for a while.
So I guess the main question is, Lawrence, are you going to buy the systems right away, or are you going to wait and try to save yourself some money and wait for all those good games?
I am, but I feel like I have an excuse.
What's your excuse?
I have to be knowledgeable about games.
Well, I mean, I guess, but let's say you're just, you know, a standard consumer, and would you wait? Would you wait?
No, because I'm a douchebag.
You just buy right away?
Yeah, I need it. I gotta hit that. I gotta hit to the vein. I gotta have it.
Let's do a formal poll or an informal poll of the room. Who's gonna wait to buy a console? Like, you're not involved with video games. Who would wait to buy a console?
Me,
three hands have been raised.
Your hands are always raised.
I would actually, you know what? I'm gonna add myself to that. I think the majority of the room would probably end up waiting to buy a console. Just good games and all that, and price drops. Come on.
As a human being, I hate lines. But what about you, friendly consumer and viewer? Are you gonna wait? Are you gonna sing that? Or are you getting these things at launch?
I don't know.
I wasn't asking you.
Man, remember when Guy Ritchie made good movies?
I think he made good movies.
I like
2 movies.
I like Rock and Roll.
Lock, Stock, and Snatch.
I like Rock and Roll.
Lock, Stock is very good.
I like Rock and Roll.
Rock and Roll is a little slow.
It's slow, but it's ridiculous, and I found out funny.
I thought Lock, Stock, and Snatch were essentially the same movie.
They are. They're both good.
It's like Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2.
Right.
Sometimes movies don't work, right?
This episode of Inside Gaming is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Go to every2minutes.com now to bid to win an Xbox One. Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Friday! The reason to start for today, the Xbox One will not be playing games without a Day 1 update.
Oh, shit.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a brick until you connect it to the internet when you first buy it.
I've always wanted a 500-pound brick.
No, you haven't.
I mean a $500 brick.
So, and that's a major problem here, because if there are issues downloading that first Day 1 patch, there's going to be a lot of unhappy people with a non-useful Xbox.
Isn't this exactly what happened to Wii U, Lawrence?
Sorta. They could still play games.
But it couldn't do anything else until you patched it, right?
Yeah.
Did Nintendo have problems patching?
Yes.
They just recently discovered what the internet is, so
that's
whatever.
true. Good point. Yeah.
Sad story, but guess what? The PlayStation 4 will also pretty much be in the same boat.
Yep.
Yeah, the recently posted PS4 FAQ says that besides the system software update of 1.50 and a one-time activation for playing Blu-ray disc and DVD movies, PS4 does not require an online connection for authentication purposes or to play disc-based games.
So what they're saying is you just got to patch it that day one, the 1.5 patch, and then after that you can play your games and all your movies and all that other stuff. But again, got to connect to the internet at the very, very beginning.
And this brings up the big question for Bruce, who's the angry person, who says,
what the fuck does this matter? Why just buy a console? What, you need the internet for computers.
I don't think you understand my needs, Bruce. I was planning to wait in line, buy this console, run to the woods, join my militia friends. We're gonna drink that moonshine Billy Boy's been making.
But without the internet.
Of course not. I'm gonna go play Killzone alone up in my shack. Down with the government.
There are chips in your teeth that the government can read to tell where you are and what you're thinking.
That's what the tinfoil's for, Lawrence.
How'd they put them in there? And then finally, if I hear one person bitching on the internet about how they can't play games unless they update their console, I'm gonna be so fucking mad, because how in the hell they can play on the internet, but they had to use the same internet to complain without the connection for the console?
They're probably at Starbucks. They have free internet. Update your Xbox there.
Microsoft's patch server is going to crash.
Shut up!
Yeah, probably. Moving over to your one and only trailer today with the Blacklight Retribution, the PS4 launch trailer.
They did it!
There's a bunch of people quoting stuff in there.
Adam said.
I'm in there. I said the game gives COD a run for its money, which is totally true.
But the actual full quote is, this game is utter garbage. It barely gives COD a run for its money.
Look, when you take quotes, you can be very selective. You do whatever you want.
No, we love Blacklight. It's actually confirmed a launch title for PS4.
It's a good reason to get a PS4, right, James?
Which COD?
The answer to that is yes.
It's also free to play, and you don't need PS Plus to play.
Why are we doing advertisement for Blacklight right now?
Because Blacklight's awesome.
Oh, okay.
And he buys you beers.
Okay, I think Garrettson's gay. I want to throw this one out there. He came up to me. First thing he said to me when I saw him was, he goes, "Why is your head so big, but your body's getting so small?"
So he's complimenting.
He's basically saying like, "Hey, you're looking good,"
right.
but I'm gonna find the one thing I don't like about you.
Right.
And then he's doing the thing where he's like smack my dick with his hand, like he's like fucking around with me.
He likes touching.
And then when we're leaving the hotel, he goes, "You wearing makeup? You weren't." I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "You wearing makeup?" I'm like, "Are you calling me pretty?"
Sony Entertainment Network presents the biggest digital PS3 games on day one.
Hey everyone, welcome again for Monday. Hey!
Monday, oh my gosh, I came to New York for the PS4 event.
Yeah, that's why we're being very quiet. We're at the official unveiling of the PS4 retail unit. We're going to be talking about all the stuff that's coming here tomorrow.
There are so many games. Let's go through the list of what we're going to see right now.
So many. First off, Octodad, the Deadliest Catch.
And we got Blacklight Retribution, free to play.
All for that. Also free to play, there's the Warframe, the final version. It is here.
Thief is also here. It's not a launch title, but I can't wait to get my hands on it.
Yes, other surprise is Metal Gear Ground Zeroes. No one knew this was here, and it is.
And then there's also Dying Light, which we got to play at Gamescom, and it's unbelievable.
I think basketball mans that are pretty is cool, and NBA 2K14's here.
There's also Call of Duty Ghosts and Battlefield 4, as usual.
Of course, you got the man shooters, but let's get over to some of the demo rooms that they're going to have here. We're going to be able to check out Need for Speed Rivals.
Cool, Assassin's Creed 4.
Which one?
Black Flag.
Yes, also The Crew, a game that was delayed slightly by Ubisoft, is also here. We can play it.
And of course, PS4 is huge on the indies, so we got Resogun and then Knack as well.
Of course, Knack. Wait, did you say Knack's an indie game?
Whatever, sure.
Mark Cerny just walked by.
I know. Well, he would say it was indie.
Also, big surprise here, Infamous will be showing here as well, so we get to play some of that.
And I got to play Killzone, and now you get to, Kovic. You're going to enjoy it.
I'm very excited to play it. So that's about it for all the launch games and preview games we're going to be checking out here, but also a video went up last night for an unboxing for the PS4.
It's the official PS4 unboxing. It's actually a parody on the Daft Punk Random Access Memories album reveal.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, Sony owns Daft Punk essentially, or at least that album for Random Access Memories, so yeah, they're allowed to do whatever they want.
And it's kind of nice because the unboxing is really, really simple. You just show the HDMI cord, show the USB cord, the controller, the system. Was there anything else I missed?
All the lights. And Shu.
And then Shu.
Shu was there. I enjoyed it.
And on your trailers, you get one and only, it's The Forest.
What is The Forest?
The Forest is you walk around in a really scary place, and then you find a severed limb, and you put it on a thing, and then you light it on fire, and then you kill tribesmen.
You know what it is? It's Minecraft with graphics. So that's about it for all your news for today. Like I said, we're at the PS4 launch event here in New York, so we're going to be covering a whole lot of games, so look forward to all that stuff rolling out throughout this week.
And hopefully tomorrow we're going to have a sneak peek at the PS4 interface, because we're going to get to use that in about 3 hours.
We get to touch it. There's one behind us. You can't see it because we're filming this way.
You stay there. I'm going to go use it.
We got a PlayStation 4!
Because we're journalists!
Sure!
Let's do it!
Would you like to win a PlayStation 4 that we're giving away between Inside Gaming and Zombie Studios?
You bet!
How do you do it?
What you do is you tweet your own Blacklight emblem. You Photoshop your own Blacklight emblem and send it to @InsideGaming. Where all week we're doing this giveaway, so whoever tweets the best emblem will win a PlayStation 4.
It's that easy. It's free.
And it's from Blacklight Studios and Zombie. Thanks, guys.
Which is free.
That's right, it is free, isn't it?
Touch the beard.
Oh my God.
She got him flowers?
What?
The tables have turned.
Take her home.
He doesn't have a bed.
You wanna have sex in the ash bed?
I'm just glad that Tiara has already seen his apartment, so that way I don't have to sit here for the next 3 episodes terrified of what she's gonna think. She's like, so how was your night?
Pretty good, turned into a vampire.
Check out our Xbox app with daily tailored content from Machinima Classics, new releases, Danger Force content, trailers, TGI ETC, the best of Realm, animation from Happy Hour and Machinima Arcade on Xbox, Xbox, Xbox. Turn on your 360, download us now, and witness the best of Machinima.
Sony Entertainment Network presents the biggest digital PS3 games on day one.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Instant Game Deliver Tuesday!
Tuesday, oh my gosh, it's still day 2 in New York City at the PS4 event.
Yeah, and we're wrapping up all the things that we saw here because guess what? We're under embargo. We can't show anything new. But with the power of our mouths and your imagination, you will hear about what we saw.
Let's just quickly describe what we saw. So first of all, we saw the PlayStation camera integrated with the PlayStation 4 at basically every station we went to. So they were just assuming you had that PlayStation camera.
Right, remember this is an extra $100 add-on that will not be shipping with the unit. You have to buy it separately. But after seeing it in practice, I want one.
Yeah.
It was really cool. It had facial recognition. It made sure you had a controller. It could tell who you were, and it would log in based on your face, which we've seen in other things. But it's cool to have that technology in your living room.
Right, again, with the PS4 interface, we've seen a lot of videos, you know, that they've been kind of slowly releasing them, and it was really clean. It was sort of a Sony interface that we're used to in the sense that there was a lot of buttons to press to get to what you wanted to do, but again, it looked very clean. It was relatively quick. What did you think about that?
The interface, once again, I mean, if you're familiar with the XMB, the cross-media bar, it takes that step and then also integrates the simplicity of what the PlayStation Store is now today. A lot of big boxes, easy to select. So the idea of you start with your menu, you see all the new information and you see what games are available, all these sort of things that are on standby, everything you check out. But then right above that, just by hitting up, you actually get that classic cross-media bar. All your options for settings, for your friends list, all that sort of stuff is still there, but it's in a different sort of environment, but it still works very well.
And one major thing that they had changed that you just mentioned briefly was the friends list. So every time you put your cursor over a certain game or over the What's New tab, it was just this big social media blob of like, you know, like, oh, they played, Christian played this game and Anne played this thing and she uploaded this video. So it's just this huge stream of what all your friends were doing on PlayStation 4, and it was all integrated directly with Facebook. So anything you posted on the PlayStation 4 would go to Facebook as well.
Yeah, it did actually remind me of Facebook, where anytime you log in to see what your friends are doing, it really is just a mess of things, and it was hard to differentiate between. There was even a point where he was looking for a live stream doing the demo, and he was highlighting it, and it said, and he's like, I can't find anything on here. It needs some work. It definitely needs some color differentials or just icons, maybe size different. Right now, it's just a bunch of huge boxes. Yeah. But at the same time, it's cool to see this kind of activity feed, and I'm sure they'll improve that as they move along with the development of it.
One thing I was excited to see was the preview of the live streams. We saw the broadcasting of Ustream and Twitch, and he just quickly fired up a live stream on, I think it was Twitch, right? And it was just, you just fired it up, and then it was immediately on Twitch. It was like a 5 to 15 second delay, but it was that simple. And then also that you use the PlayStation camera as sort of your webcam in the corner of your gameplay, and you were good to go.
Yeah, it was pretty cool that we saw the live area where you as a user can go through your menu and find and see what is being broadcast. They haven't really gotten to the specifics of how that works, whether PlayStation will promote your stream, whether you just see your friends. Right now, it just seems like it's a blob of stuff, and then you pick your filter from there. But this idea that down the line, they could eventually, say Sony, just putting this out there, League of Legends gets ported over, and Sony says, hey, we want you to watch this. They could actually have a promoted section or something like that. I like the idea that they could actually find specific users that Sony likes and promote those people and promote their streams within their interface. I think that's kind of cool.
There's also the download and play. So we've heard before that, you know, you can pre-download something, and as it's downloaded, you can actually fire up the game. That seemed to be something they are integrating into most of their large titles. They mentioned that there was a size limit, but once you reach that size limit, you can actually start pre-downloading and playing that game even before it's fully downloaded to the console. So overall, what did you think? What did you think of the interface?
Overall, it's simple, it's clean, it's still very classic Sony, which I like, but it's definitely an improvement. And like I said, that Eye, the PlayStation Eye, I want it now. It actually looks really cool. It's actually probably worth the extra $100. And the way that it integrated with the controller, I think it's pretty badass.
It was just like the Xbox One in terms of voice integration and the Kinect. I mean, it was the same thing. You were talking to it, you were moving the controller around, it recognized your face, you were logging in with your face and things like that. So it looked like it wasn't necessarily necessary, but everybody at Sony assumed you had this thing, and they assumed that this is what you were using all the time.
Right, and like you said there, now going into this next gen, seeing what Sony can do, what Microsoft can do, there's actually very little difference between the two systems. The biggest differentiator is going to be, if you get the PlayStation 4, you're not going to be forced into having that camera. But after using it, you probably want it.
Yeah, it's cool. No,
so
really cool.
This generation is going to be very interesting, especially what Sony's been putting out here. Can't show it right now because, hey, we're under embargo.
Oh, so in the meantime, we'll give you the gamer list of the week brought to you by Bro
Team.
Bill.
Okay, there's a new game square, so there's lots of games. Shut up, let's shut up. You already missed Battlefield, pirate game, basketball, Battlefield with no fun, Angry Birds that you have to pay more than $1 for, terrible Pokemon Lego, even worse Battlefield, colors in a game, more football. Oh, too many colors in a video game. Superhero game the first, another football, airplane game the first, superhero game the second, and superhero game the third. Don't know why this is even a video game. Football the third, video car games racing, terrible Lego games second, this for some reason. Oh, not Trash and Clank. Some colors, but kind of faded enough to be okay. I can't even tell what the fuck this is. The best game ever made. Airplanes the second, and space airplanes. Superheroes the fourth. No, this is some more colors. Dancing games, and finally, Knack.
Moving over to your trailer today, first up we got this thing, the all-new game, start from...
You run around, and watch out for that man that just got shot.
Oh boy. Moving over to the next trailer, we got this thing. It's a little bit of an indie title, kind of different. It looks good though.
Yeah, you jump from platform to platform, and it's really difficult. It's actually a very hard game to play, but you can see the art style is very unique.
We actually have no idea because we're filming this a day early and we don't know what videos exist yet. And here's the blank one. Fill in the blank.
That's cool.
I like video games. We got a PlayStation 4!
Because we're journalists.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Would you like to win a PlayStation 4 that we're giving away between Inside Gaming and Zombie Studios?
You bet.
How do you do it?
What you do is you tweet your own blacklight emblem. You Photoshop your own blacklight emblem and send it to @InsideGaming. All week we're doing this giveaway, so whoever tweets the best emblem will win a PlayStation 4.
It's that easy. It's free.
And it's from Blacklight Studios and Zombie. Thanks, guys.
Which is free.
That's right, it is free, isn't it?
Touch the beard.
Morph!
All right.
That's not Professor X. He jacked his ride.
Damn these adamantium bones!
He's so indifferent.
His face. I can't get over his face.
Physics are perfect.
Check out our Xbox app with daily tailored content from Machinima Classics, new releases, Danger Force content, trailers, TGI ETC, the best of realm, animation from Happy Hour and Machinima Arcade on Xbox. Turn on your 360, download us now, and witness the best of Machinima.
Sony Entertainment Network presents the biggest digital PS3 games on day one.
Everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming for Wednesday.
Hump day, PS4!
Way to ruin it, Joel. Your first start for today, Sony put out a bunch of interface video footage because we can't show it ourselves.
Finally, we can't capture it, but we have the PS4 right there. It's right over there.
It's right there. If you look, just right behind James.
It's right there, and then Battlefield's playing on it, and we can't show it.
It's great.
So let's talk over the interface video.
So, in the interface video, you get a whole nice big look at everything going on. We've been wanting to see this stuff for days, and finally, actually, I'd say months.
Yeah, seriously.
Maybe even years.
Nope, just months.
Okay.
So here's the interface. So what we're doing now is we're logging in with our face in the PlayStation camera.
Right.
For some reason, you have to put your face in the box.
I think they do this so you don't actually have to hold up someone can hold up a picture of you and take your identity.
Oh, okay.
I want to make sure you're a real boy.
All right, so he's logged in. And now you can kind of see the cross-media bar here.
Right, and as you can see through the interface, you can quickly skip over Knack and get to the other parts of the interface.
This is the Facebook wall we were talking about, where everybody, if they play a game, or if they upload footage, or if they upload a screenshot, it's just a bunch of garbage all at once.
It is a lot of stuff. I see what they're doing. This is actually very similar to like what Steam has with their community hub.
Right.
But that's actually displayed a little bit cleaner.
All right, here's the PlayStation Store, and what you can see is there are ads in the PlayStation Store in between every...
Well, to be fair, though, there are ads for everything that's PlayStation related.
No, they're not. Watch, you'll see. Here's another ad coming up.
What's what? For
Knack? No.
That's not an ad.
Sound shapes.
That's a Sony game.
I know, but again.
It's a game. You can have ads for games.
No, but not ads for PlayStation Plus.
That's fine. At least they're not putting Doritos in my face.
They will. And here's the apps. Obviously, all the ones you kind of expect.
Right. So far, pretty basic stuff. We heard there's a really good show on Crunchyroll.
What's it about, Lawrence? No one's ever said that. This is somebody actually broadcasting Knack live on Twitch, I believe. And then you can watch it full screen, but then you've got the PlayStation camera watching the guy play, or I think he's broadcasting, right? So, and then now they're uploading a screenshot to Twitter. And again, you've got to go to this keyboard that takes forever. And make sure you hashtag PS4 share every time you share a Knack screenshot.
So we said, YOLO, fuck it, we're just gonna film the screen. This is Battlefield, and if you tap the PlayStation button twice, you're back in the interface.
Wow.
I blew your mind, didn't I?
No.
Really?
Not really, but I mean, like, it worked.
Where should I go? We got interfaces.
Go to your friends.
I don't have any friends. I got 5 of them.
5 friends.
All right, this is my friends list. These are all the jealous people who don't have...
No, Boomerang's playing Battlefield 4.
He's playing it on PS3, though.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, this is the cool thing.
What a loser.
Yeah, I can go back. See that little swirly thing right there?
That means the game is running.
Exactly. I'm right back in it. Oh
Wow.
my god, I'm a PR man now.
Hit the share button. Let's see what happens when you hit the share button.
Yeah, it's like
Do
broadcast game.
gameplay. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so you go through this interface. We haven't signed it up yet, but you can go through Ustream or Twitch. Then you have to go to the Twitch website from here, then you have to sign in, and then you can start broadcasting your gameplay. Lawrence, what do you want to see?
I want to see myself happy and content.
It's never going to happen,
You should buy a PlayStation.
What about on the PlayStation 4? What do you want to see on there?
I only want what I can't have. That's what keeps me hungry.
Let's do the playroom.
All right, let's get started. We don't have this kind of living room. That's not where I live. Almost done.
Perfect.
That's close.
I mean, we're short one woman, but we'll take it. Whoa!
Yep.
What's going on?
Light bar.
Zooms in on the light bar.
Predator. I'm gonna have to get a PlayStation Eye for the Playroom app.
Oh,
It's only $60.
touchpad. Whoa, yes. Oh, you feel it? Ooh, 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 almost there.
More.
We're getting
Gross.
It flew around my head.
Do you hear them? They're in the controller. Ooh. Oh, ew. Gross.
Ew, he's on the floor.
How did he look
Grab him.
remember how he looked inside the
Hi,
game?
grab him.
Did you press the button? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Press one of the buttons.
Tickle him.
Hey! We're inside the controller. Let's make some lights.
What is going on?
We're inside the controller.
You're pressing the buttons.
You see, I'm shaking
I
it.
want you to spit them out on my face.
Spit it out on me.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh my god.
Catch him.
They're all gone. It's all lonely in here. Get in back, robots! I hope you all die!
Who cares that Watch Dogs got delayed?
So that's about it for the interface. Wrap up what we got today. We got a lot of more things to be showing off for this thing, though.
We're going to be live streaming in like 3 hours in the PS4.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And that'll be over. But yeah, we're going to be streaming daily from this thing, if it works.
And we're still giving away the PS4 free. One PS4 to a lucky person that's making blacklight emblems. So let's look at some emblems. What about this one?
Yes. Well, that won't go in the game very well.
What's wrong with the painted Kovic face? I like that one. And this is our Sims character. I think that's the front runner, right?
I think that might be, right now, yes. You are in the top 5, sir.
What's Papa Kovic?
I think it's just me with a beard, yeah.
That was pretty good.
Either way, we still have a lot more to go through, so if you want to win a PS4, hit up our Twitter account at Inside Gaming and let us know.
You can make emblems like the Dick Burger.
Send us pictures of your...
Black Ops emblem?
No, Blacklight. No Black Ops. And with Zombie Studios' help, we'll be sending you a free PS4.
Like the worst Photoshop in the world.
It's pretty bad. Hey, at least we're getting a laugh out of it. What's your favorite, Lawrence?
It's like if you have 2 kids and you hate them both, you can't really ask which one you like more.
Lawrence.
Whoa.
She's not really Asian.
Lawrence, how do you like being in that Razer laptop?
Ryan Singer loves it.
It's, you know, you ever have those mornings where you wake up and you feel like either you got giant or the rest of the world got really small?
Yep.
Kind of feels like that all the time.
Check out our Xbox app with daily tailored content from Machinima Classics, new releases, Danger Force content, trailers, TGI ETC, the best of Realm, animation from Happy Hour and Machinima Arcade on Xbox, Xbox, Xbox. Turn on your 360, download us now, and witness the best of Machinima.
Sony Entertainment Network presents the biggest digital PS3 games on day one.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday! PS4 week! Woo!
End. Your first start for today, the PlayStation 4 is having some hardware issues, and they're popping up all around the internet.
Oh, that's kind of bad right now.
Is it? I thought it was great.
There's 10 busted PS4s reported by various outlets and early recipients of the system. IGN's busted while downloading Netflix.
Oh, it's a big program. It's a total of 3 megabytes.
That's really bad. Kotaku's stopped working when they tried to plug it into a TV.
Why would you want to do that? It's all wrong. These guys have never played a video game before.
They suspect that it's a faulty HDMI port that wasn't making a good connection with the cable. So that's, I mean, you know, sometimes there's hardware defects occasionally.
Right, but the craziest one was this guy on Twitch where his PS4 died during midstream while he was downloading DC Universe Online, and he was desperately trying to get it all working. You're probably wondering, how did he get the Twitch stream up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just filming his monitor.
Oh, okay. Right.
You want to know why?
Why?
I'll get into that later.
You can't capture it.
Yeah, there's some more video of a PS4 flickering and then just kind of effing up. A very nice male by the name of Corey who won the PS4 over through the Taco Bell Twitter thing. Well, his crash while I was trying to play Killzone and downloading Battlefield at the same time. These people are trying to do too many things at once. You're plugging into the TV, you're trying to play video games, you want Netflix, just do one thing.
Actually, Corey recovered the system using safe mode, but it happened again about 40 minutes later.
Sad. But has Sony said anything to alleviate any of these issues?
Shu tweeted, "Be assured we are investigating reported PS4 issues." So I guess they're working on it. I mean, we know that, you know, it goes straight to the top at Sony and they're working on it really, really hard. So they're checking it out. Also, interestingly enough, we've noticed some frame rate issues here and there. Polygon's review of Battlefield 4 talked about a lot of crashing. Lawrence, you had those same issues at the review event for Battlefield, right?
I did, yeah. But I was the only one in the room that seemed to be crashing every 5 minutes, and it was in multiplayer, and it wasn't a finished build, so I kind of chalked all that up to it.
Sure. Sitting on the console.
Yeah, and they were just shoveling buckets of money in my pants the whole time. So
game journalism.
That's no big deal, whatever. Yeah. I've actually personally seen a lot of frame rate issues with NAC.
No!
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. I actually have seen NAC have a lot of frame rate issues at different occasions, different events. So it's one of those things that I, again, chalked up. I was like, this is pre-release. No big deal, right?
But we did a stream yesterday where we played Battlefield, we did Killzone, and then we also did Blacklight. Very little issues there.
Yes,
so
that's true. No,
it was totally fine. And that was while streaming through Twitch. It was totally fine.
Yeah.
And actually, right after filming, Sony came out with an update to the issues in question.
Yeah, they talked to Game Informer and they said a handful of people have reported issues with their PlayStation 4 systems. This is within our expectations for a new product introduction, and the vast majority of PS4 feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. We are closely monitoring for additional reports, but we think these are isolated incidents and are on track for a great launch.
So, like we said, small isolated thing.
Hopefully, yes.
Big launch, you should be okay.
Yeah, not a big deal at all. We'll find out on Friday, tomorrow, when the game comes out.
When we play NAC.
And I know a lot of people are asking about Xbox One. What about Xbox One? I have not seen any hardware issues with Xbox One, and I asked around the room, and you said you had a crash when downloading Netflix?
We can't talk about having it right now. We're under embargo.
No, we're allowed to.
We're allowed to talk about how I have an Xbox One already?
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have an Xbox One already. It's been fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, they've been solid.
Here's my theory. Sony's got a lot of power in a tiny little box. There's gonna be some issues. Microsoft said, fuck it. We're gonna have issues, let's just make the box big.
Made a really giant box.
That's why it's huge. And there's a power supply on the outside.
But I think next week, Xbox will probably have a bunch of hardware issues, just the same as PS4. So I don't think either one of them is winning that race yet.
We warned you. It's a launch. It always goes wrong.
Let's move on to the PS4 giveaway.
Yeah, let's do it. We're giving away PS4. Let's go through some of the emblems that we love very, very much. We got one where I'm on fire. I don't think you can actually use that with the blacklight emblem. It's
cool though.
A little too complicated. That's me pretty.
That's you painted. You're Borderlands.
I'm gorgeous. Am I?
Oh man, Three-Blade Moon.
So the problem with Three-Blade Moon is
you can't use Blade's likeness.
Blade, I believe, is a copyright character. As bad as he is, someone else owns it.
There's another
public domain.
There's another Blade character. I wish it was.
That's the chin strap dude. Okay, maybe we can make him work. I don't know.
Oh! Oh my gosh, James, what's wrong with your face?
I'm just looking at Adam.
Phil, what are you actually ejaculating in that picture?
This is we call him Blunt.
C-Blade.
C-Blade. Blunt, I like Blunt.
It's Blunt. We can use neither of this.
Well, we can use that picture.
Maybe.
And then there's a really scary one.
Yeah, people love the kissy face and the blacklight. So we have about one more day of entries. I think we'll announce the winner. When you want to do this? Friday?
Yeah, Friday or tomorrow or Monday.
I think tomorrow we're gonna do it.
Holy shit!
Because that's when the PlayStation comes out.
It's really hard to keep track of all the consoles.
There's just all this technology coming home, and hi, credit card debt.
On to your trailers. We got the Contrast launch trailer, which
we sure do.
Which I didn't watch, but Lawrence, you watched it, right?
No.
Tell me what happens.
There's somebody running, and there's a very obscure camera angle, there's shadows on the wall, everything's kind of orange and black. It looks spooky. There's stockings with stripes on them.
I think you nailed it, but I'm going to throw you a curveball. What about the Soul Calibur 2 HD Online launch trailer?
Just Voldo's package. Just various shots of Voldo's big package.
It's called a launch because originally it was Watch Dogs. Let me tell you what you are. You're tier 2.
Oh.
Lawrence and I?
Tier 1.
No. 0.1.
0.1.
It's fine. That's fine with me. I just wish that it didn't say launch bundle or launch PS4, and it's like, by the way, here it is.
A month later.
3 weeks after.
Yeah. Sony's like, ooh, you wanted Watch Dogs?
Yeah. Good luck.
We're sorry. It's on the box, but fuck you.
Yeah. Check out our Xbox app with daily tailored content from Machinima Classics, new releases, Danger Force content, trailers, TGI ETC, the best of Realm, animation from Happy Hour and Machinima Arcade on Xbox. Turn on your 360, download us now, and witness the best of Machinima.
Sony Entertainment Network presents the biggest digital PS3 games on day one.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily for Friday! Yes! Yeah!
Yes.
I like it. And today on the show, we're talking about the PlayStation 4 and our review.
It is our review.
Can we call it a review?
Yeah, we can.
What score are we going to give it?
We're not giving it a score, right, Rob Smith?
Correct.
All right.
It's too early.
It's too early.
Someone's going to get a Cerny when this is all done, so let's move on. First up, let's go to the design.
Yes.
We love the way this thing looks.
I think everybody does, right? I don't think anybody's talked about how it doesn't look good.
It is sleek, it is small, and guess what? It's artsy.
Ooh, it is kind of artsy. Isn't it?
I love it. Also, the absence of an external power supply turns me on.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I love that, and you can actually use your old PS3 Slim cables and even your PS2 cables if you want to. So you just pop it right out, move it right back in. I love it.
And then somebody else wrote in the script, she's a beautiful console, shapely, seductive. I'm going to play her brains out. On the controller, it feels really good. It's nice and weighty. The triggers are concave now, making them easier to grip. The programmable light adds an ambient color that's very cool. So we were playing Thief in New York at the PlayStation 4 event, and it was when you'd walk into the light would light up white, and it would like become really bright. But then if you walked into the dark, it would kind of go dark blue.
Right. So the question is, since it's on the front and you can't really see it, it's like, how does that even work?
Sure.
It makes sense when you're in a dark room.
Correct.
Because then, yeah, like we actually saw it work. Moving on, we got the touchpad, which is very innovative.
Yeah.
We've only seen it in a handful of games that we've touched. Ha!
We know what you meant.
Yeah, well, no, we touched them. Warframe, Killzone, but I think this is one of those things where it's working so well now.
It is.
I just imagine what the game's going to be like 6 months from now or a year, where people are doing some really cool things. Just think Metal Gear Solid and Hideo Kojima's crazy brain.
So really, honestly, in summary, this PS4 controller is better than any other PlayStation controller that I have used. I didn't like the PlayStation 3 or the PlayStation 2. This is much, much better all the way around.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's move over to the interface of the system itself. It is a step in the right direction. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
It seems very clean and cluttered at the same time.
It really does. It's so weird. I don't know why.
There's some parts of it that just make it's perfect sense. It's a nice evolution of the XMB, but then getting through menus sometimes you're just it's a pyramid scheme.
It's like a button into a button into a yes into a no. There's a lot of that stuff. So there's tons of functionality, like you can play a game before it's even installed. You can upload gameplay to Facebook or Twitter, live stream gameplay on Twitch and Ustream. Jumping in and out of game is easy and seamless. There's just so much nice stuff to do with the interface.
The PlayStation Store is also very easy to navigate. It's gonna be really interesting to see what it looks like in 9 months when there's just a lot of stuff in there. Yeah. But right now, it's really easy to find things, and the ads are not that bad.
We're going to start seeing more ads. I'm telling you.
They look fine.
The ads are gonna be in both consoles, and we're gonna be pissed.
They're integrated nicely. So overall, it's like 98% of the stuff of the PS4 we really like, but the things we don't like, HDCP still does not allow for game capture. That's why we can't actually show you what we did without filming our screen. Right. And it affects really just us and a very small percentage of people, which is what we were very worried about earlier this year when we covered this whole story. And Sony said that they're going to be patching it out. Yes, we know. We're very much aware. But when?
They don't know, and they haven't told us, and we don't know, nobody knows.
No, we have a vague time frame. At the very least, though, Sony is now aware that this is a big deal to some people, and they're listening, and that's a very good sign, so that's awesome.
On to games. You got the launch lineup. It's only okay. The free-to-plays like Blacklight, DC Universe, and Warframe are really great to have right off the bat, and they're very solid titles.
Right, and the first-party titles like Killzone, they look great, but it's not. It's an okay game.
Right,
it's very pretty.
Sure.
And then our favorite, Knack. is just plain disappointing.
That's true. The review scores are very low, and we weren't crazy about it either. So.
Right, but surprisingly, the third-party titles this is the reason why you want a PS4. They look amazing.
Yeah, they really do.
Battlefield 4, Assassin's Creed 4, these are great launch titles. Who would have thought third-party titles would be the reason why you buy
super strange.
a next-generation console?
So really, honestly, for $400 for the PS4, you are definitely getting your money's worth. It's a PC experience on a tiny little console for $400.
It's badass. Play Battlefield. It looks great. It actually gives a, makes PCs, looks about a pretty good looking PC. That's not really a sentence.
All right, and guess what? The PS4 is coming out today, which means we're giving away our PS4 right now.
We have our 3 finalists.
Yes, 3 finalists.
For these PS4 emblems. Let's take a look, and we're going to vote right now in this office and pick the winner live.
Live.
Except this is recorded.
It's edited. So first up, the honorable mentions, there is Joel's Hole.
Joliol's Hole.
He spelled Joel wrong, but
right.
that actually makes it better. And then there's also, Battle Llama is awesome.
Yeah, Charlie Sweet did this badass design. The only problem here is it has nothing to do with us.
Or anything.
I wish it did.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's cool.
It's really freaking cool. So it's, I don't know, I like it.
And then there's oh my gosh! And then there's this fucking abomination.
Yeah.
It's just the, it's a combination of all of our bodies. There's also our favorite Sims 3 character, who they turn into the Shepherd Fairy poster.
Yeah, I like that. It's actually really cool.
All right, so what are we picking?
Pick a winner.
All right, so who's voting for Joel's Hole?
Me, Joel is.
What?
All right, 3 votes for Joel. What else we got? Battle Llama.
Who's voting for Battle Llama?
Oh my God, it's already tied.
Wow, it's tied. I haven't voted yet.
All right, and actor.
Yay!
I like actor too. Can I vote twice?
I guess.
Lawrence, are you raising your hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. And your winner is Mr. Teton.
What?
Hey, good job.
He's one of our buddies for Inside Gaming.
Hey.
He put it on Twitter, and this is the Shepherd Fairy, our favorite Sims character poster.
His name is.
Can't say the name. We had to bleep it out right then.
Yep, totally. It's a show for children, clearly. Moving to the trailer today, first we got the Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. There's 12 minutes of gameplay going on. Mostly just Snake in a truck.
Rob Smith, what do you think about this? I know, he loves it. He's crying right now. Awesome. Do you think it's also awesome?
Here's the thing. Kiefer Sutherland's voice is barely in that 12 minutes of gameplay, which leads me to believe that he isn't actually the voice of Snake in this.
Do you want to know what happens?
Yes,
You want to know what happens?
yes.
I'm just going to tell you. This is the thing. Ground Zeroes, you play as Big Boss. So you're going to be Kiefer Sutherland. His voice is changing, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Phantom Pain, you're going to take over at some point and be Solid Snake, and David Hayter will do that voice. Everyone chill out.
Even then, I think there's something else up, because there isn't even lip sync during the one line Kiefer Sutherland has.
Can I say that I don't care at all?
No. You can say that.
I'm not allowed to
You
say
can
that.
say that,
I
but
don't
wasting our
care.
time.
But wait, when has Hideo Kojima ever messed with us?
Next trailer, the Uncharted teaser. There's nothing here.
And lastly, we got The Last of Us. This is the Left Behind reveal trailer.
For the DLC.
Wasn't Left Behind a book series about
It was
Christian
about
fundamentalists?
Christians,
Yeah, I read the first one.
But that's not the video game that we're talking about.
If you're interested, go to wavethemaster.com to find out how you can be saved by Kirk Hamilton.
We're talking about Kirk Cameron, and we're talking about a video game.
Whatever.
Lawrence, do you think you were the first person in Culver City to masturbate?
No, God no. I guess the person that finished at 12 and 1 second would have been the first person today.
True.
I'm sure that person had it long before I did at 9:30.
9:30? Don't tell me when you did it. I talked to you 10 minutes later. And then somebody else wrote in the script, she's a beautiful console, shapely, seductive. I'm going to play her brains out.
That's when Lawrence was masturbating.
Oh!
Check out our Xbox app with daily tailored content from Machinima Classics, new releases, Danger Force content, trailers, TGI ETC, the best of Realm, animation from Happy Hour and Machinima Arcade on Xbox, Xbox, Xbox. Turn on your 360, download us now, and witness the best of Machinima.
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Alienware. There's never been a better time to experience true next-gen gaming.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Day from Monday.
Oh my God! It's another beginning of a week. Let's do this show.
Your first server today, the PlayStation 4 has sold 1 million units.
Well, holy shit! Congrats, Sony.
Yeah, they actually sold them, not shipped, but this is real.
Shuya Yoshida, Sony president of Worldwide Studios, tweeted out that Sony sold 1 million PS4s in 24 hours last Friday.
My God.
Jeez, that's crazy.
And for reference, this is from NeoGAF. The PS3 sold 1 million units in 50 days.
Holy shit.
The Xbox 360 sold about 1 million in 39 days. And the Nintendo Wii sold 1.25 million in 42 days.
Right, so the PS4 has slaughtered all three of them. Here's some more numbers just for reference on other console launches from Ars Technica. In the first 24 hours, the PS2 sold 500,000 units, released in March 2000 in Japan. The original Xbox, the very, very first, sold 500,000 units in North America, released back in November 2001. And the GameCube sold 550,000 units, first available in Japan in September 2001. So all of those were in the 24-hour period.
So the 24-hour performance of these consoles didn't indicate how they performed in the long run.
Yes, that's true.
The PlayStation 2 ended up being the best-selling console of all time.
Correct.
The Xbox and the GameCube ended up being 12th and 15th respectively.
Right, so the PS4 and the Xbox One, you know, the race has not concluded yet. They sold a lot that first day, but we're going to find out what Xbox One does.
Well, let's go to our chart.
All right.
PS4, 1 million. Xbox One, 0.
Oh, wow. How'd they do that?
Because it's not out yet.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. PS5 is also not selling very well either.
Yeah, that's true.
So either way, congratulations, Sony. You now have the fastest selling game console of all time.
Way to go.
Good job.
Yeah, nice job.
Pretty good stuff. Hey, yeah.
All right.
Hey, video games.
Little clap for PS4 there. Nice job.
Let's go play some Resogun.
And even more numbers. Machinima hit 10 million subscribers over the week. I can't believe 10 million people clicked that subscribe button. Boy, are they dumb.
Chops!
Moving over to your trailers today. First, we got the Final Fantasy X and X2. That's 10, respectively,
10-2.
with the numbers of Romans.
HD remaster.
I want to defeat Sin.
Lawrence, did you watch the trailer?
They might defeat Sin.
Okay, wait. Is it Titus or Titus?
Titus.
Oh.
Titties.
Ah.
Nope.
His shorts are weird.
Ha 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 ha.
Does anybody...
And your final trailer is not even a trailer at all, but Rooster Teeth's been doing this thing called The Gauntlet.
Yeah.
The latest episode just went up last night. I'm in it. There's some fun stuff. You should go check it out.
I thought you got eliminated, though.
Hi, you haven't been watching. There's a redemption dog.
That's kind of bullshit.
It's hilarious.
Remember
They
that.
built like faux game stores, and
Yeah.
it was just like
Well,
Madden.
Game coverage show in the first season, but then it turned into a game show in the second season where you had to run through that gauntlet and stick games to your Velcro suit.
Like, it'd just be two little kids, and you'd be like, you ready to go? Oh, don't worry about it, buddy. We're gonna get you good with this one. All right, let's do it. Let's go.
Well, there was one dude with a mullet with pants that are way too tight, and then Johnny Arcade is just like, come on, kids, come on. Woo! Ask me trivia. Like, how many football players are in Madden? 16.
I'll be right back. I gotta.
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Alienware. There's never been a better time to experience true next-gen gaming. Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily for Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's Xbox One Day.
Today on the show, it's Bruce's favorite day ever because we're doing a walkthrough of Fanboy #1's Xbox Extravaganza, Bruce's walkthrough.
So let's get started.
Xbox on. That works like half the time.
It doesn't. It's like half the time, isn't it?
Xbox on.
Remember when you shout at it, you don't want to shout at it.
Oh, okay. Xbox on.
See?
Okay, that works. So, first rule of Xbox is don't yell at Xbox.
That's actually what they told us. Microsoft, they were like, just talk to it normally, and if you get frustrated, try to keep talking to it normally, which is not easy.
All right, so we logged in. The Kinect actually did the thing where it scanned my face, and it knew who I was. If we were to set up an account for Bruce, it would see his face and go, "Oh my God, it's Bruce Green. He's from TV."
It likes me so much.
Yeah. So what do you want to look at first? So you got the three things up here. So basically, pins, home, store. You can do all this stuff, which you can actually go through either with a controller or you switch to voice.
So show them the voice.
So you have to say Xbox, and then it'll bring up all these options. The quicker way is just you just quickly say select, and then all these things that are green you can actually say. So at any point you can pick any one of these. Go home, store, any of that stuff. And then so I said too many things, and then it freaks out.
Right. It's like, oh wait.
So yeah, if I say like home store Netflix, yeah, it's
certainly confused.
It just called me stupid. Home store. Try that on. So item 2. Item 2. Oh.
Right.
So yeah, it's right now the voice stuff, like when it works, it's awesome.
Yep.
When it doesn't work, I get frustrated.
It's what it's like 70-80% of the time.
Something like that.
So actually, while we're doing this, let's see if it works with my voice, because I know obviously this one knows you more than it knows me. But
right.
Xbox. Go home.
Access bags. Goes on the way.
So then you got Dead Rising 3 running there while you can, you know, navigate the
right. So this is one of the things that, like, you know, if you're going from 360 to Xbox One, this is one of the nicest things. It's a fast, sleek interface. You can actually just get out of a game quickly, do other things, and then just go right back into the game, which is, thank God.
And while Kovik's doing this, if I do Xbox Snap Machinima, and then it'll snap the Machinima app right next to Dead Rising, and this is where you can sort of get those helpful walkthrough. See, there was a.
Saw your hand.
I saw the hand really quick. And you get the walkthrough videos for Dead Rising. Right there. There you go.
Okay.
So if you wanted to go through the Machinima app while you're playing Dead Rising, you can choose this collection and play a walkthrough video, which is, I mean, and this is, I think this is really cool with the whole snap functions, just in general.
Xbox on Snap. There we go.
And it's weird because, like you said, you get spoiled because you're using it and it works and it works and it works, and then when it doesn't work, you're like, oh man, why does this work? But it's still really cool. It's like one of those things you're like, well, it's cool that it works at all.
So right now I'm playing as a homeless person who finds food in a post-apocalyptic world.
No, I think you're actually fighting zombies. I think that's what's happening.
I doubt it.
Xbox. Snap music. But the problem is that I don't know if, again, we're not sure if this will play while you're playing the game.
I have got this to work with, like, Forza. The problem is you have to keep them both open. I haven't been able to get, like, music to play in the background, which is weird because the 360 can do that.
Correct.
So yeah, you can go through your profile. So, like, we talked about this a while ago. It's basically just like Twitter now.
It's just Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, your friends are people who you follow back. Followers are just people who follow your account. They can see everything that you're doing if you want to make that available.
Where's Rob Smith in your friends list?
Rob Smith and I are not friends.
Oh. So we just found out today that we are not going to be able to stream on Twitch until the first part of next year from the Xbox One. However, there is Upload Studio, so you can upload screenshots and clips and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they mentioned, so you can upload it to your SkyDrive thing, which is this thing I've had since Windows 8, and I always wondered what it did. So actually, that was the one thing where people were talking about PS4 and how great it was going to be and how it's going to capture all these clips and they'd save on your hard drive. That never happened.
Correct.
So you're basically stuck. You can only upload Facebook or do any of that. At least with this, you have a SkyDrive option, or you can capture because there's no HTTP.
Right, you can capture through any other device externally.
Right, and we can still stream to Twitch that way if we want to. So it's not really a loss for people like us, but I guess general users who want to just stream from their console, you can't do that yet.
And you're watching somebody else's gameplay. But let's go into a game and you capture a game.
Sure.
Oh, you're Jago.
Oh, surprise.
All right, so.
So I'll do a sweet move with my sweet hair, and then I will record it. Oh.
She just got a monster combo on you. That's bad.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, combo breaker.
Yeah.
Nice job.
So Xbox, record that. I don't know if it did it.
It did. No, it did.
Oh.
Game clip recorded. So now, how do we go to those game clips?
Here.
Like that. Straight to Upload Studio. So then what do you do with this video clip?
I edited out the part where I got my ass kicked.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
You got your ass kicked the entire time.
No. I'll show you. There's at least a second in there where I got to punch in. Actually, I've never done those. I don't know what I'm doing. This just like released today.
Yeah.
So I forgot the fireball. Boom! She blocked it. Wait.
You're gonna do your shadow kick.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Skip ahead to your shadow kick. There we go. It looks like you beat her.
Yeah. Yeah, so I won there.
Yep, combo breaker, and then that was it.
Wait,
No, she's still beating your ass.
Yeah. Wait, I think I shadow kick her around.
Yep.
Hold on.
Where was it? Right.
Wait.
Was it right there? That was a combo breaker.
Let's just take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to do a voiceover?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, XXX Sniper here. I did a really cool game.
That's it. That's all we needed. That was it. Choose skin.
Sure. Yep.
What is that? I don't even know what that skin does.
Slap it all together. Let's enter clip name. Destroyed. Sweet. We have just made a Machinima video.
What are you gonna tag it? That's the noise it makes when you make a Machinima video.
So wait, upload.
Okay, so
upload, if I just hit upload, it goes to like the Xbox website. If I upload, it will actually save my Skype drive, and then I can pull it down like from my computer or something.
That's cool. All right. Huh? Yeah.
You think this will be the video that finally gets you partnered?
Hey guys, XXX Sniper here.
1 million views. 1 million views, everybody.
I did it.
We did it.
Let's call Lawrence.
Lawrence, pick up our call. Are you gonna pick up a call?
Hello.
Hi, Lawrence.
It sounds like garbage.
Shut up.
Turn on your video, Lawrence.
Hey, I see you now.
Wait.
Oh yeah, it zooms in. It zooms in on us.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, automatically.
Here, get up. Move away.
Man breast right in my face right now.
You watch. If I move around, it should technically go with you. Unless
It's doing this really dramatic
on,
zoom in.
Focus on Adam. Adam, you have to get up. Adam, you have to get up.
Why?
Because it moves with Adam.
Hold on, does it recognize butts as faces?
I don't know. Let's check.
Your butt's on the camera.
It actually moved away from your butt.
Huh.
Well, that's good.
It can smell.
It said it looked too good.
So that's Connect trying to figure out where to go.
So there you go, those are our initial thoughts on the Xbox One's interface. So far, I say it's like, it feels like it's 80% done.
It's really close, and like you said, with the controller, it looks really smooth, really clean. But when you try to start the voice, you get spoiled because it works 70% of the time, maybe. And you just really like doing it, but then it doesn't work all the time, and you get frustrated.
Like I said, if you're coming from the Xbox 360 and you're moving over to a next generation console, and this is the one that you're getting, it definitely feels a lot better. Yes. If you hated the Kinect, I actually like it now. Yeah. I loathe the original Kinect, and I actually get a lot out of this one. I think the facial recognition stuff is cool. I think the voice commands are great. When it works, it's great. It's fantastic. When it doesn't, you're frustrated as fuck, and you just want it to be awesome.
And yeah, those voice commands to me feel more next gen than the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 is a step up. It definitely is, and it looks great. It's amazing in terms of but the interface is just a little cluttered. Again, Xbox feels like new technology, and new technology to me equals next gen. That's the way it's done.
And I can say, actually, for the last week, I've had both consoles in my home. I can say they do two different things.
Yes.
And having the Xbox in the living room makes a lot more sense than having the PlayStation as basically just a gaming console upstairs, off doing its own thing, works in a home environment.
And Lawrence, you made a correct observation. You actually played the Xbox One without connected at all, right?
Yeah, no problem at all.
No problem at all. Did it ask you for Kinect at all?
No, all it does is show this little icon in the upper right sometimes that the Kinect is not attached, but that's it. Everything else works.
So to me, that means there's probably going to be a bundle coming out very soon without Kinect, probably in the next 6 months to 9 months. So
but I need a little robot head to scream at.
You don't necessarily need that.
Xbox, do my thing.
You don't necessarily need that.
Wait, let's try that. Xbox, turn off. Yes.
There goes Lawrence.
Why did it work all the way from over here, but not when I was right next to it? It is Tuesday. It is time for the game release of the week, brought to you by Bro.
Team.
Phil.
Phil, pronounced Phil.
It's Phil. I don't know. You always
Phil.
Wow, neat, another disappointing video game system came out. With all the games PlayStation has, except for like 3 of them. It's got shooting, and racing, and whipping balls around. Why even bother doing sports outside when that's not where you level up? Oh, look, it's Rise. First game that lets you colonize planets as a time-venting asshole. They dress up as olds, so if they come across any aliens, they won't know about technology. Or get in a frame rate higher than 22 FPSs. Xbox! Oh, look, it's Knack. You don't belong here, you fuck. You had your chance. Leave. This is hallowed ground. Or soon to be haloed ground. Oh, Nintendo stuff. Idiots and children. Let's take a look. Oh, neat. Another Mario game, Mario Party, and Link. You see, it doesn't have to all be fucking shit. We can be joyous about games, especially when it's the same shit. Always. Whoa, what? You're breaking your game. You shouldn't put that in your trailer. I've never seen a game that's been ripped so fast. Wow, check this out. A superhero game, but you just talk to each other. Talk about innovation. This looks like fucking garbage. Well, that's it for the video games. I hope you have a great week. Fuck, there, I did it.
You're talking about the movie Precious?
Funny story about, you want a funny story about Precious?
No.
I interned at John Malkovich's production company, right?
That is a funny story.
And they handed me this book, Push. It's like 15 pages in, and she's been 100 times. She's like sitting in her own shit. I was like, I don't see this as a movie.
And now you work at Machinima.
And then they were like, I passed on Precious.
Ooh.
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Alienware. There's never been a better time to experience true next-gen gaming. Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Dealer for Wednesday.
Yeah, there you got the Xbox One review. Let's hump it. Let's do it. Review.
Let's see what the babies would look like. Today on the show, we are reviewing the Xbox One. First, let's talk the system design, which Bruce is holding under his chin beard now.
Well, it smells really good. It feels kind of warm. No, it's actually very bulky, black. It's got the external power supply, which is pretty large. There's no design awards going to the Xbox One this time.
Hell no.
Not at all.
So far, though, so good in terms of not overheating.
Yeah. You tell them the story.
Yesterday, we were doing a live stream, and we had the Xbox 360 on top of the Xbox One accidentally. Didn't really mean to put it there.
Yep.
And both systems were on. At the end of the stream, both systems were very, very hot. Felt like they were about to explode. Xbox One was still running fine. No issues there. No lag. Nothing.
Yeah, no.
It was just very hot,
Yep.
but thankfully, don't put like an oven on top of your Xbox. It's a bad idea.
So right now it kind of seems like Microsoft is overcompensating because of the red ring of death, and that's why the thing is so big and it's got so many vents and so many fans, but we're fine with that. We'd rather have a piece of hardware that works.
So far, so good. The features pass through, and it works great if you have a cable box, but there is some lag if you want to use a game console. That is not advised. Don't do that at all. And apparently you can actually capture PlayStation 4 gameplay if you plug it through here.
That's true.
Not real, but the games will lag. Next up, let's talk about the controller.
Yeah.
It is a natural extension of the Xbox 360 controller. The added trigger rumbles, which are very nice in games like Forza, that's the only one we really experienced in. And the battery life has been really good.
It definitely has, yeah.
I've not been able to drain it, actually. It just pops open thusly.
And it's actually really interesting. It features an ability to go into a low power state if you start using voice commands more than the controller, like when you're yelling at the Kinect. The textured joysticks, the tactile directional pad, and the more refined feel won all of us over. All of us thought the Xbox One's controller was great. Do we think it's better than the PS4's controller, everybody?
Separate but different. Yeah. There are things that I like about both. I think they're both improvements on different sides, but I mean, at the end of the day, the 360 controller was probably my favorite controller of all time.
Yep.
So there wasn't a lot really they could do.
That's true. But they've improved upon it.
They fixed the D-pad. It's fine. It's great. This dual button's a little high.
Oh yeah, the dual, yeah.
I need something to bitch about. Let's move over to the interface. It is very much like Windows 8. Everything is an app. It's big boxes, very easy to read.
Yep.
When we say things are apps, though, that means everything.
You have to download everything. You can actually pin apps to your home just like you would in Windows 8. It's a lot different than 360 in terms of the dashboard, but I hated the 360 dashboard. I thought it was way too convoluted and actually kind of hard to use. This is much easier.
Yeah, right now it's a lot like the PS4 where you can only basically go from left to right. It'd be interesting to see if they can actually make it stack down like Windows 8 does.
Yeah. Onto the Kinect, the big red eye that's in your living room now. 70% of the time the voice commands work. The other 30%, it's very, very frustrating.
Yeah, very much so. And that's the bad thing. When it does work, it's excellent. Yeah. And it really frustrates you when things don't go your way.
I mean, at this point, gestures just don't work for me at all. Like, I've tried putting my hand up and doing the whole grab thing, and it just doesn't, Kinect isn't really registering that quite yet.
No.
We'll give Xbox One a few months. I'm sure it'll get there, but right now it doesn't work.
No, not at all. And it definitely seems like Microsoft's focus is on voice commands, which, like I said, work way better than the last Kinect. I mean, I think they were pretty much non-existent. Whereas here, it's all about it. And once it spoils the hell out of you. Once it works, it's kind of all you want to do. And there's some things I actually don't know how to do with a controller. And it's easier just to say, just snap that app.
Yeah,
it's just easier.
It's true. Onto the game DVR. It's always recording 5 minutes of gameplay, and when you say Xbox record that, it'll take the 30-second clip that you just played and let you upload it to Microsoft servers or SkyDrive, and which is cool because you pulled it off SkyDrive yesterday, and then you've got yourself a video clip you can do whatever you want with.
Yeah, quality isn't the highest right now. Like I said, I still advise using like some kind of Hopog or Elgato, some different, if you want the full quality experience, but it's there for the people who want it.
Right.
Moving on to the games, the first party titles are pretty weak. I mean, we got Forza and Rise. Personally, I think Forza is fun. I'm not into these simulator games.
Lawrence is reviewing it right now. Lawrence, what do you think of it?
It's really fun. It just doesn't have enough stuff in it. Yep. It doesn't have enough cars or tracks or anything.
Like we said, though, if you want to feel the rumble triggers on the controller, like Forza, it feels good. Like when you brake, you can feel it.
Those are good.
Oh, jeez.
Also, in terms of games, there are no freebies, and there are no free-to-plays, which are worth playing. Yep. So the PS4 kind of wins out of the gate in the software side, but down the line, Titanfall is going to come out.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for Titanfall.
It might be worth the wait.
There's also 720p gate, which we kind of saw with Call of Duty Ghosts, how it was 1080p on PS4 and 720p on Xbox One. Right now, we don't really know why that is. Comparative third-party games on PS4 run at 1080p. So right now, as it is, first-party games run at 1080p on Xbox One, but the third-party games do not. They run at 720p.
Hopefully, though, some games will be patched later, like Assassin's Creed 4 just was on the PS4.
Right.
hopefully that's the thing. We don't know why the games are running at a lower resolution. It might just be a launch thing.
Sure.
But this thing should be more than capable of running games at 1080p like they are in the first party.
Yeah, I don't know why it can't.
Moving over to the add-ons, Xbox Live Gold is there, and it is required for third-party apps like Netflix and Hulu, which it's to have it behind a pay gate, it always sucks.
Yeah, we get like $8 a month, $7 a month. Yeah.
But there's also little guys like us, actually. Machinima has an app on there.
That's right, we have our app.
But the highlight here is that it took a small company like us to make an app on the Xbox One, and about half the time it took to make something on the 360.
That's really cool.
So that gives me a lot of hope for indie games and people just being able to push things to the Windows 8 store.
Right.
And it's supposedly will be a lot better than it was on the 360.
And as of right now, you cannot stream to Twitch from the Xbox One, but as Microsoft said yesterday, they're going to add that next year, the beginning of next year. So hopefully we'll get there. But as of right now, PS4 is ahead in terms of streaming live.
I will say this, it works on PS4, but the quality, isn't that great.
True.
And then it doesn't save your captures at the moment. I know they're going to patch that in later. Yeah. Once again, I'm just going to say, if you have some kind of third-party hardware, go with that. It will actually work, which you cannot use on the PS4, but you can use on the Xbox One.
That is correct. So Rob Smith, what is our conclusion? What are we scoring this?
We're not giving it a score, because giving it a score, hardware score of day one is stupid.
I completely agree, and so does Adam, so we're not giving it a score, but I guess really in conclusion, Xbox One and PS4 are very, very similar systems. They both have their pros and cons. If you really want the whole next-gen technology angle, then you're going to want the Xbox. And if you want the, you know, the really badass graphics and the really amazing games, right now, I think PlayStation 4 has got a little bit of a heads up on it.
My wife was screaming at this thing all last night. Xbox, skip. Xbox, skip.
Was it working for her or not?
Half the time.
Half the time.
I was upstairs playing Battlefield.
On to your trailers, one and only, the Dead Rising 3 launch trailer. We actually watched this trailer.
It sure did launch all the way up there into zombie space.
Is that what happened?
Nope.
Lawrence, that sucks.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
On the Reddit comments about the Q&A, Sex and Games Q&A.
Yeah.
I'm sure I missed something, but whose dad was behind Adam?
Oh, Rob.
The best part is seeing your reaction, Rob, when you realize we were filming.
Oh, shit.
That's okay. That's all right. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, Rob.
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Alienware. There's never been a better time to experience true next-gen gaming. Hey everyone, welcome to Let's do this! And the Xbox One is launching, what, like 4 hours or something like that? And we got to thinking, oh yeah, this thing has games.
It does?
Yeah, so we're doing a review roundup of all the games that you may be interested in, and we're rating all of these out of bombers.
Yep. Let's start with Rise. There's lots of easy achievements.
Okay.
There's repetitive gameplay.
Yep.
And you get to fight ancient Britons, it says. And you get to see a bit of Rome in its prime, which for classical nerds is pretty cool. And then you slaughter barbarians.
That's fine, they deserved it. There's apparently a Batman light-like combat system.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Y and B, A, B, whatever. And it looks really pretty because it's on the CryEngine. So we give it 5 out of 5 bombers. What?
We're really 5? Who scored this?
Who gave it this score?
I'd give it 4 out of 5 bombers.
All right, 4 out of 5 bombers.
Did Lawrence choose this time to be quiet? Next up, we got Loco Cycle.
What?
Which apparently, I quote, Loco Cycle is shit. Wait, who said that?
Rob Smith, editor-in-chief of Inside Gaming.
The Briton said that?
Yep.
Oh my god.
So gameplay is meh at best for Local Cycle. Combat's repetitive in a boring way. FMVs are bad, and not good bad.
Right, it features a motorcycle dragging a sad rendition of Freddy Rodriguez, as played by Freddy Rodriguez.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
0 out of 5 bombers.
Oh, sad.
On to Fighter Within. I played it, here it is. 0 out of 5 bombers.
Really?
Yep.
Oh man, that definitely looked like at least one bomber.
I was just doing this.
Yeah?
This is all I was doing. I was just crotch punching.
For Bruce, we call that a Wednesday. Moving on to the car drive thing, we got Forza 5, which apparently is fun, enjoyable, and it's a racing game.
What?
There's just not enough cars or tracks or a lot of events.
Right.
But don't worry, because there's plenty of DLC to buy in the next few months.
Lawrence, give us the rating.
Really?
4 out of 5 bombers.
On to Call of Duty Ghosts. Riley!
It's got a dog.
And then there's additional multiplayer modes. Those look promising.
I played one of them, and it featured no real-life people. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun. Clan Wars starts soon as well.
Okay. And basically, it's Call of Duty. You know what you're getting. You got a gun, you shoot people,
Correct.
and there's a dog.
That's pretty amazing.
So, Fortified Bombers.
That seems fair.
And you know what? Look, if you hate Call of Duty, just move on. Play something else.
Lawrence, why don't you take Crimson Dragon?
Okay, it's a pretty complicated game.
Yep.
As you guessed from the title, there are dragons.
Yep.
They shoot fireballs out of their mouths.
That's correct.
Yeah. And those fireballs hit enemies. 3 out of 5 bombers.
That's a pretty fair score. Okay, that's fine. Moving on to the gem of this list, Zoo Tycoon. So based on our early review of the case of Zoo Tycoon, it features an elephant, a giraffe, a monkey, and a small rat.
1 out of 5 bombers.
This woman has a lemur on her. Help her. She might be single.
On to an actual game, Dead Rising 3. This was way too much fun, like, immediately when we first started playing it.
Right. Basically, we can just sum it up by saying you drive a motorcycle steamroller with flamethrowers on it.
Oh, that's so cool.
The scale of the game is pretty damn amazing. You got infinite weapon combinations and thousands of zombies. We played a little bit yesterday, and it's stupid fun. Have you played Dead Rising before?
I played the first one, yes.
Get ready to play it again, but it's bigger. So you know what you get.
And better.
My guy had an afro and a mustache.
Somebody wrote 20 bombers.
Give it all the bombers.
20 bombers.
We got a bunch of surplus of these bomber heads back there. Throw them out. Next up on our list, we have Killer Instinct, the fighting game. And the graphics are kind of cheesy, but I think in a very good way.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I like it. And right now, you only get one character.
Jago.
If you want to play the free version, there's different tiers of buying the game.
Right.
I will say, it's innovative. It's different.
How
It has seasons. Has different characters that are free. It kind of lures you in.
Also, if you're an achievement whore, you get the game for free like Lawrence did.
Yeah, buddy.
We give Killer Instinct 3 out of 5 bombers.
4 out of 5.
No, 3, sorry.
4 out of 5.
Moving on to Battlefield 4, we think it actually looks and feels better than it does on the PlayStation 4. I didn't write that. I'm not the person
When
that
we
wrote
say
that.
we mean Lawrence, because he's a huge Xbox fanboy.
Rob Smith also thought the same thing.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Apparently it has a more solid frame rate and oddly better image quality than the PS4. These are from the people who played it. We haven't seen it yet, personally, right here.
Not on Xbox One.
Well, we play on PC because we're snobs.
So it gets 5 out of 5 bombers.
Yay, the Battlefield!
Nice job, Battlefield. All right, on to the last. This is the most important game in the entire list.
Agreed.
This is for all of you guys that want to get in shape. Your Xbox One.
No one here.
It's called Xbox Fitness.
Xbox Fitness.
And why don't you tell them why you got the score you did?
Well, I downloaded it. 8 out of 10 balls.
All right, on your one and only trailer, the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies trailer. There's a girl dressed as a pirate with a mustache.
Yeah.
And there's a crotch shot in there somewhere.
Yes. Young girls around the world, if you're looking how to look like a skank, here you go.
She rides a whale.
I wasn't talking about her, I was talking about us.
The whale is actually the defendant.
I never would have guessed.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily for Thursday.
Yay! Thursday! What's wrong, Joel? What are you cringing about?
That was so low energy.
Oh, I'll give you another one.
Okay.
Cool. Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily. Thursday.
Woo! It's NPR.
I can't do that. Hello, welcome back to the Inside Gaming Podcast. It's brought to you by Jams and other things.
What?
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Alienware. There's never been a better time to experience true next-gen gaming. Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming for Friday! Yes! I agree with that. Your version over today, the Xbox One is having disk drive failing issues.
Uh-oh, that's bad.
Let's get into this story and find out what's going on.
So right now there's only been a few reports of the Xbox One trying to read discs and emitting a horrible grinding sound. Here's the sound. This issue was common back in the PlayStation 2 days. The gears that would move the optical drive assembly would slip and produce a grinding sound, but that was years after you got the system.
What did that grinding sound like? In I Told You So news, Lawrence would like you to all know that he's gonna go here, that the original Xbox DRM system, if it were in place, this wouldn't be an issue.
Lawrence, why is that?
Well, because the way the system was intended to work is you would buy a physical disc, put it in your system, and then it would just authorize the entire game to your account. And then the disc would be useless, and you could just download every game after that.
Yeah, but guess what? The game downloads are like 40 gigs.
Yeah, they take a long time.
I actually kind of like the disc thing right now. Angry old man Lawrence.
They should just ship you a hard drive every time you buy a game.
So right now we know the failure rate of the PS4s from the blue light of death and the HDMI issues are about 0.4% of all of the units shipped. So to put that in perspective, that's about 1 in every 250 PlayStations might have some hardware issues.
Right, and the Xbox One has just shipped, so we don't know what the failure rate is.
Correct.
Probably know in about a week or so, but with most hardware, new hardware, it's expected to be somewhere between 0 and 1% of all systems will fail somewhat. Sadly, there was one guy, though. He got 2 Xboxes within 8 hours.
Oh, no.
And they both died.
Oh,
or so they had the
no.
grinding thing.
Oh, jeez. Well, we actually did send an email to Microsoft for comment. Rob Smith, have they commented yet?
They have not, because they're all traveling back from New York from their launch event.
Yeah, that's totally understandable, so I'm sure at some point we will find out. But honestly, right now there have been far fewer reports of the Xbox One having hardware failures than there were for the PlayStation 4 last week. So
Right.
there really haven't been that many, so credit to Microsoft for now.
Well, yeah, it's a big box. It's probably not going to fail.
Right.
Also, keep in mind, Microsoft's never done an internal disk tray before. So this is the first time. It's new technology. It's never been done before, guys. Who knows what could happen? Oh, wait, it's existed for years.
And Lawrence, there's actually a PSA. This is for you at the end. Go ahead and take it.
The future is digital.
This is the dumbest thing you've ever said. But I agree with it. Moving over to other fun next-gen news, guess what? The PS4 and the Vita might be getting a bundle soon.
Wait a minute, didn't we talk about this back in August?
Let's go back in time.
Yes, we did, it turns out. Way back in August, we reported on this.
You can trust us for breaking news like things you can buy. When do disk drives not work? And Joel.
For some reason, Rob Smith also wants us to talk about Doctor Who, which we're not going to do. I'm sorry, Rob.
It's the 50th anniversary episode.
Yeah, we're also not talking about JFK, which is an American thing.
That's it, Rob, sorry.
So shut your T-hole.
And in our final mention, the Xbox One is out today.
Wait.
Stop talking about Doctor Who.
We know the
Xbox One. The Xbox One is out today, and that means you can download the Machinima app. Oh. Rob Smith is still talking. You can download the Machinima app.
Wait, Rob. Why is it that we only
there's
get
nothing
2 seasons of The Office, 2 seasons of Space, but 85 years of Doctor Who?
Doctor Who is the greatest TV show ever.
What? British TV sucks with like one exception every 3 years.
We're gonna have a falling out in a minute.
Wait.
Stop talking about Doctor Who.
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 This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Alienware. There's never been a better time to experience true next-gen gaming.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Monday!
Oh, Thanksgiving week, let's go!
And your first news story for today, the Xbox One has sold over 1 million units.
They did it, just like PlayStation 4. The Xbox One has sold over 1 million consoles in the first 24 hours of its release.
Yay, hey, congratulations.
Give them a clap.
Video games.
Yeah, why not?
Video games are good. Even though the 2 consoles did sell the same,
yes,
the 2 aren't exactly comparable.
Right.
The Xbox One launched in 13 territories. That includes Australia, Austria, Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Mexico, Spain, United Kingdom, United States, and of course, New Zealand.
Nice job.
While the PS4 only launched here in the north of America.
Okay, so the PS4 hits Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Brazil this Friday. So at that point, it'll probably tip the sales comparisons. PS4 will probably end up selling a few more than the Xbox One.
Correct. Right now, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One have sold roughly the same amount, only the PS4 has sold to a smaller audience.
Exactly. Lawrence, why don't you give us the for reference sales numbers of the Xbox 360?
Sure. I mean, we don't have exact numbers, but the closest we can tell, it was about 400,000 in the first week.
Wow.
So the Xbox One did double that in the first day.
Man, this is video games.
As if there's more people on the Earth now.
What?
That's why.
Oh, that's
population control.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Hunger Games. What?
That's all we needed.
Not really.
That was the
shortest episode.
Show over.
I mean, we don't want anything else. That's fine.
Oh, do you want to say anything else?
I said Hunger Games.
I want to sing.
What if when Joel takes a shit, he looks like a dog?
That's a good outtake, right, guys?
No.
You get it?
Stole that one.
Lick face.
I'm a regular Mina Mencia, I am. What game are we playing today?
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Alienware. There's never been a better time to experience true next-gen gaming.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily for Tuesday.
Oh yeah, all right, Tuesday. Let's do this.
See you in today's first news story. We're talking about the Xbox One and how users are getting banned for cursing.
What the fuck?
I have no shit. What the fuck is going on here?
So Polygon's reporting that users who have been uploading gameplay clips from their Xbox One to Upload Studio and SkyDrive are getting temporarily banned for using excessive foul language.
What would excessive foul language sound like? Banned. So from the support document on Upload Studio, we quote, note, all clips are screened for violations of the Xbox Live Code of Conduct. There may be a delay before your clip is visible to anyone else.
All right, and here's the actual Xbox Code of Conduct. In the section under Communications and User-Created Content, it says, do not create a gamer tag, profile content, avatar, action avatar content, or in-game content that other users may be offended by. This includes, without limitation, anything related to or suggestive of profane words or phrases.
Is anyone else still awake?
Basically, anything through the Xbox One that may offend someone, apparently you might get temporarily banned because of.
And that's no big deal, because it's always on the internet, forever! Well, when you have it plugged in, it's
kind of a big deal.
That's why you can go, Xbox on. Did it work? Hey, it worked!
It worked.
Holy crap!
Like, good for
It was listening to us. Oh crap, I'm banned for cursing. So Microsoft is saying that they do not monitor Skype for bad language, so don't worry about the cursing over Skype. A lot of people were worried about that, but this is entirely in Upload Studio.
So what about all the M-rated games you're playing on Xbox One that have cursing in them? Lawrence, what about all those?
Well, that just gets complicated.
Elaborate.
It's like, then the terms of service would be like, okay, you can make content, just make sure that the guidelines of your content that you're making are in line with the content guidelines of the game you're playing. And nobody's going to understand that. They're going to drool on themselves like you probably are right now.
Well, I mean, shouldn't they be allowed to play an M-rated game and then curse? Because they're going to hear cursing in the game, and I would assume you can curse over the game as well. At that point, it's M-rated. You can kind of do whatever you want.
Well, sure, that stands to reason, but explaining that to people is going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. And also, like, where do you draw the line? Because people don't understand. It's not like the ESRB is in the room with you being like, yeah, that word's an M-rated word. That's fine.
People aren't stupid, Lawrence. They can think for themselves.
Oh, no, they're really stupid.
Every Xbox One should come with an ESRB representative who plays video games with you. That way I can have a friend.
Take my gun. The fuck you thinking, son? The fuck you thinking?
But my biggest concern is, why is there no community flagging? Why not just leave this to the people who are actually watching the content? Doing a banning sweep makes little to no sense, especially if the uploader and the viewer are both over 18 and are aware that they're about to watch some ironically titled mature content.
Well, it's just like YouTube. YouTube, you can flag stuff and then it goes down, and they actually do an appeals process, the whole deal. I understand it's probably a lot of infrastructure that Microsoft hasn't built in quite yet, but maybe they will. Hopefully.
Are there better ways to enforce this?
I definitely think so. A temporary ban is probably not the best way.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. But,
you can't use Netflix because you said dick.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I was trying to say Richard. His name was Richard.
All right, on your game releases of the week, brought to you by Pro
Team.
Well, here's the video game for this week. YSMEMORIESOF cancer. You will get video game cancer from this. Look at it. It's got enough colors to be radioactive. Well, I hope you're at least watching this near your new video game thing. Here, Xbox, turn off. There you go. Bye, idiot.
Pro Team. Ever told my Alien Resurrection story?
No, tell us.
All right, it's a great story. My mom had an early sound system hooked up where it was our speaker, our home theater system, and it's hooked up to the CD system as well. And at one point, my mom hits the wrong button during the Alien Resurrection scene where it's being sucked, the freaky alien, white alien being sucked through the hole. Yeah. And all of a sudden, the song comes up of, it's the country song, this kiss,
oh,
and it's like,
and you're like, Mom, you're ruining Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
No,
no. She was improving.
Yeah, it was already ruined.
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Alienware. There's never been a better time to experience true next-gen gaming.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily for Wednesday.
It's Wednesday! It's squat thrust hump! It's a squat thrust hump! Does it look like squat thrust?
Keep your back straight. Throw your hips into it.
Gonna hurt yourself.
Stick out your tongue. Now strain.
Your first start for today, we're talking about Black Friday!
Oh my gosh, that's tomorrow, 2 days from now.
Who knows, whatever. This is the time of year where a bunch of Americans trample one another to get deals on things.
So we're gonna tell you about those deals so you can kill someone.
And some of them will be online, so you might only hurt a finger.
Oh, that's not so bad.
First up, let's talk about Toys R Us.
Yeah.
They have a deal. Buy one game, get another one for 40% off.
That's right.
This includes Xbox One and PS4 titles.
Wow, that's huge. And then GameStop also has more next-gen deals. They have buy two, get one free on any pre-owned pre-owned products, and that's including Xbox One and PS4 pre-owned games.
Right, and here, let's go down all the big retailers right here. Best Buy, they have a PS3 with Batman Arkham Origins and The Last of Us for $200.
And they got the Xbox 360 with Halo 4, Darksiders 2, Tomb Raider, and Batman Arkham City for $189.
That's like $9 less.
Holy shit.
Or 11. I can't count. Let's go over to the Nintendo
Nobody
side of
wants
things.
that.
The Wii U is fun if you have more than one friend. So the Wii U Deluxe deal, this is with New Super Mario Brothers U, New Super Luigi U, Mario and Luigi remotes come with this thing. I assume they're shaped like plumbers. That's on sale for $319.97.
Lawrence, is that a good deal?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I needed. All right, on to Target. There's a rumor going around that the 3DS XL is going to be $150, and that includes a link between worlds. And that was tweeted by Nintendo, but then for some reason, Ask Target tweeted that the Zelda bundle is not actually happening. I'm not really sure. So it could be happening, it could not be happening. Either way, it's $150 for the 3DS if it is happening.
Maybe Nintendo's just trying to wish it into existence.
Maybe.
Just will it.
Well,
They're like, we hope there's a deal. It's like, you're in charge of the pricing.
They also have a $20 gift card with the purchase of Assassin's Creed 4 on the Xbox 360.
Which you can trade in for next gen for that $10 deal.
That's cool.
It's the upgrade plan thing. I don't know, whatever you're into. Let's go back to Toys R Us. They have a hardware deal for the Xbox 360. This is the 4GB edition with the Kinect and Halo 3.
Yep.
Which actually, if you have Xbox Live, I believe that comes with it free anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Regardless, that's $200.
All right, they also have the PS3 with Batman Arkham Origins and The Last of Us for $200.
There's a 3DS deal with Luigi's Mansion. That is $149.99.
Not bad. We're moving on to Walmart, the best place in the world. Is it?
I've seen documentaries about that place, and it's scary.
So these are all current gen deals, meaning Xbox 360 and PS3. Assassin's Creed 4, Batman Arkham Origins, NBA 2K14, and GTA 5 are all $35.
Not together, but separate.
Correct.
Good luck not getting trampled. They also have a PS3 bundle that includes Batman Arkham Origins and The Last of Us. That will be $199.
And then if you want to go really cheap, they have the PlayStation 3, the 12GB version for $150.
On the flip side, if you've been waiting this long to get an Xbox 360, they have a 4GB version for $99.
It's $100. You can just buy them and then throw them away.
Why not? Just kick it to the curb and go, why don't you have more memory?
And then there's the 2DS for $100. That's pretty good.
That's that big paper thing.
Lawrence, is that a good deal? Okay.
Lawrence, if I want to buy some sort of Nintendo handheld device, which one should I get where?
Good question.
3DS XL for $150.
But that's a rumor.
No, there are many 3DS bundles, and the only one in question is the Zelda bundle, which just came out. Yeah, the 3DS XL for $150, that's a good deal.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
And they also have Battlefield 4 and Injustice Gods Among Us, as well as Lego Marvel Superheroes and Saints Row 4, all for $25 each.
That gets a trample rating of 4. Fun stuff. Those are all your deals. Good luck not getting trampled this weekend, guys.
Now is the greatest time to be a gamer because everything is on sale.
Maybe put some, like, padding on your back.
Maybe a bulletproof vest.
Because when that little rascal, like, bumps over you, just be careful. I don't know. You don't want to dislocate anything because then you can't play games.
On to your trailers. We didn't watch this one. The Saints Row 4 Element of Destruction DLC trailer. Did anybody watch it?
Welcome to the Element of Destruction DLC.
We had Korean barbecue buffet at midnight in New York.
Yeah.
And it was the worst decision in the world.
Well, it wasn't even a buffet. It was all ready-made to go shit because the buffet had closed. All the reviews were of the buffet. Yeah. We go there and we're like, oh shit.
We each bought 4 boxes of food. No. So the box is like this big because we were so hungry. And we put them all down. We had like 2 bites of each. And I was like, you want more fried rice? No.
Yeah, somehow like the honey roasted chicken had less taste than just the normal chicken.
It's a great pat on the back to all the people that have put in a lot of man hours. All the categories are full of so many amazing things that came out this year.
Honestly, it's the fans.
That's why we make the games. It's an absolute privilege.
And we've got an open bar.
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Alienware. There's never been a better time to experience true next-gen gaming.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Thursday.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving, everybody!
Gobble, gobble, motherfuckers! Why are we here on the holidays?
Shut up! So with the new generation of consoles out, we got to thinking, let's bring up this age-old debate. PC versus console! Who are we fisting?
All right, starting off with the hardware, the PC is way more powerful. There is literally no argument here. It is probably, it's gonna be more powerful than a console for years and years to come.
Okay, I can argue with you all day. It doesn't mean I'm gonna be right.
No, that's probably true.
That's fine. It's also more customizable. That's the reason why it's so powerful. You can actually keep up to date. That's why we like PCs so much.
Plus, everyone already has a PC in their home, so why not have a gaming PC that can do all your other like word processing, editing, all the other stuff too. Might as well just combine the two rather than having a PC and a console in the same household.
Is there a truck going by just handing out PCs?
I wish.
Oh, I got one from Costco.
And Lawrence should take this one. Lawrence, you go ahead and say this.
Yeah. So a mouse and keyboard is just fundamentally better. I don't care if you think you're better controllers. Mouses, mices, meese, they're just more accurate.
Yeah, I gotta get really accurate in Minecraft.
Holy shit.
Moving over to the console, though, what we like about consoles is they're very simple.
Yes.
You pay one price and you know what you're getting.
Every time.
Exactly. You don't want to help mama set it up because she can do it herself.
Controllers are easier to use. You know, just most people have just an easier time with the joysticks and the buttons. But they are less accurate, like we said, than a keyboard and a mouse.
And if you want to get good at the shooter man games, you probably don't want to do the controller. Unless it's got auto aim like Call of Duty, then you're fine.
All right, on to the software. Starting with the PC, software is much less expensive. Crazy sales, like those Steam sales you're so famous for, make it easier to build up a digital library for very, very little money, unless you want to buy a game day one.
Right.
Then it's the same price all the way across the board. But if you're willing to wait, it's great.
Right. But on the con side, game selection is not always that great. You don't get AAA console exclusives, but you do get all the crazy indie games, which is always kind of fun.
Yeah.
And also, you typically get games a little bit later. Most big cross-platform games for PC come out about a month afterwards,
Yeah, they do.
which always hurts. Right here, Ubisoft. Moving over to performance, games on PC can actually run much faster.
Of course.
But you have to buy the hardware, and you have to have the technical know-how to keep doing it and doing it well.
Of course, there's 1080p gaming at well over 60 frames a second. That's been the PC standard for years now. Moving over to the console, most games are $60. That's just the way it goes, and I would say that some of those are not worth the money. For example, Angry Birds Star Wars on Xbox One is $50. Did you know that?
Worth every penny.
Shut up. It's
Wait,
not
which
worth
game did you say?
Angry Birds Star Wars.
Oh, well, that sucks. Big budget console exclusive though, like Killzone and Uncharted, never ever come to PC, and that's why you want to get the consoles.
And additional content for games almost always costs more money on a console. That's just kind of the way it goes.
Let's move over to the performance for the console. Games will only run as well as the developers can make them with the hardware that they have.
Right.
1080p and 60 frames per second is only just now starting to become a reality when people on PC have had it for years.
Moving over to additional functionality for the PC, there's porn. That's it.
Really?
That's pretty much it. That's all you. That's all you can do on a computer. That's just porn. It's porn all over.
A lot of lonely people in here.
That's pretty much it. There are other applications you can use a PC for, like video editing, word processing, writing game code, pretty much anything else. But then there's porn.
Okay. On the console side, the next generation consoles are adopting some PC-style functionality, but the functionality isn't as broad or robust as the PC, such as editing tools with Upload Studio and whatever the PS4 is working on. It's there, but it's no Adobe Premiere. Next up, we get the ease of use section. Let's talk about the PC. Drivers, troubleshooting, Windows, and then soon SteamOS. Dear God. There's a whole new world of things that can go wrong, and only a few things that can go right, but there are also a ton of marketable skills you can learn when you put together a PC.
Yeah, that's true.
You become a better person.
It is also possible to buy pre-built PCs like AVA Direct, Alienware, Falcon Northwest, etc. There's a ton of gaming boutiques out there, and these will actually run you just a tiny bit more money than if you actually built a PC yourself. Not much though, so it might be worth it just to buy that pre-built PC.
Let's talk about the console though. Consoles are very simple. Once again, plug in and play. It works, hopefully. Patches are becoming more and more prominent on consoles, which is very good. So if anything goes wrong, they can push it out a lot quicker, and that is a highlight for us.
Yeah, sure. Next up, we've got costs, starting with the PC. Yep, PC is generally much more expensive. You can upgrade at any time, but then there's always that temptation to spend more money on more parts like Lawrence. Lawrence is constantly doing that. Right?
Lawrence, what'd you buy recently?
I'm doing it right now. I bought a video card because I was trying to play Skyrim with the Oculus Rift with a shit ton of texture mods installed, and frame rate dipped below like 30.
Also, when you own a PC, you start to sound like that nerd right there.
Yeah.
So if you can avoid the mental disorder of buying new things all the time, you actually only really need to upgrade your PC about every 4 years or so just to be safe.
Yeah. Moving over to console, they are cheaper and more inclusive. You buy one console, maybe an additional controller, and you're set for years. That's it. You just got to buy the software and you're good to go.
So here we are in the beginning of the time-old debate. What's better, consoles, PCs, pros, cons? They're all over the place, but
I'm not sure.
It's a new generation and we're excited.
I'm really excited.
Are you excited? What do you think, guys?
Are you asking Ty, our cameraman?
Ty, what do you think?
Thumbs up.
He thinks it's good. Console, PC, let your voice be heard. Yell at us. Now that the new consoles are out in this next generation, we got thinking. Let's do this old debate again.
All right. PC versus Xbox One and the PS4 Entertainment Systems.
From Japan.
I'm with you.
No. Turns out no, Rob.
It's a great pat on the back to all the people that have put in a lot of man hours. All the categories are full of so many amazing things that came out this year.
Honestly, it's the fans.
That's why we make the games. It's an absolute privilege.
And we've got an open bar.